What do you want to do? Do you want to grow or do you want to regress? Which one do you want? Do you want to keep moving forward, bettering yourself, or do you want to stay in the same spot or even worse, get worse? There's only two ways to do each one of them. If you want to grow, you have to limit certain things that bring you immediate comfort. If you don't want to grow, keep going towards the things that bring you comfort. As men, as a man, the stronger you get, the easier life will be because you have the mental strength and the physical strength to get through most things. There's only so many things that are going to happen to us in our life. I guarantee at one point you're going to get your heart broken. I guarantee at one point you're going to lose somebody that you loved. I guarantee at one point you might find yourself with empty pockets, right? Every great entrepreneur has been broke at one point. Every great person that's ever done something great has been broke at one point. And you might be facing one of those three right now, right? You see, in order for you and I to consistently keep pushing forward and build that mental fortitude when those things are not happening, because we have to prepare for those things, that they're going to happen either way. Or maybe one day you're going to have your girlfriend, your wife, or maybe you have that right now and you want to be more successful as a man. You want to be able to provide better, protect better, adventure more. What I mean by adventure is just take care of them, go places. You know, take them to, because when you're with your significant other, you want to be able to take care of them, go places, protect them, make sure they're taken care of. So in order for you to do that, then you just got to become mentally and physically stronger. Because when you aim to have a good fucking life, right? And to me, a good life is your health is on point, your finances are on point, your relationships are on point, and your relationship with God is on point. Now, the beautiful thing about life, and this is how I highly recommend you look at it, is that you're gonna always have problems. There's never gonna be a day where you don't have a fucking problem. You always will. And so one thing that I've learned to do is that in order for me to face my problems and become stronger, I have to make my life more difficult. And we make our life more difficult by reducing the things that make us feel comfortable. Today, it's about 4:20 right now, and I haven't eaten a single thing. I've only drank water, coffee, and I had some Zen, some nicotines, right? That's it. Have I wanted to eat? Yes. Have I been hungry? Yes. Why am I doing it? Because there's certain days where I want to fast and I want to push myself. I want to see how I'm going to operate when I'm hungry. Think about yourself or maybe a friend. When you get so-called hangry, that's just a lack of self-control. That's a lack of emotional discipline. You start treating people differently because you're fucking hungry. See, the energy you have when you're hungry is a beautiful energy. It's the energy to hunt. And if you learn to optimize that energy, then you can go after most goals with an intensity that most people don't. Because most people want to satisfy their hunger. You understand why most people don't have drive in life? It's because they're satisfying all their fucking needs. They're tired, they sleep. They're hungry, they eat. They want sexual pleasure, they'll go watch porn, go have some random sex. Like, you'll always find a way, if you look for it, to scratch that itch. I used to do the same. Mine was lusting. And so, if you understand that if you want to build a stronger mindset, why do we even want a stronger mindset? Because a stronger mindset allows us to push through the hard things. Anybody that has a level of success in fitness, finance, relationship with God, they have a level of grit. They have a level of intensity. They have a level of strength, this discipline. I was going to say willpower. Fuck willpower. Because you're going to be met with a lot of resistance. Anytime you go towards having a good body, the whole workout's resistance. Anytime you're trying to make finances, it's resistance. Business is resistance. Relationships, you're going to have resistance. And God, faith. Your faith will be tested. Because God says to believe before you receive. So, if you're not on a daily basis following a system that allows you to strengthen your mindset, you will crack when things get hard. And what I mean by crack, you will turn to your vices. Right now, point out, what are your vices? My vices were lust and pornography. And at times, they could still be, they're still there. I have discipline at times not to go towards the lust, but there's times where the lust is right in front of me. You see, These vices of ours never really ultimately go away, but we do get stronger. And the quality of your life really depends on how you can discipline yourself to make the decision that is the hardest decision right there. And not make the decision that's going to satisfy your need right now. So days like today, I had to go walk somewhere, I had to take an Uber, I had to go pick up this package. Like there's the whole time, like there's traffic, I went to the wrong place, all these things. Meanwhile, I'm hungry. Meanwhile, like I want to eat. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And the whole time, I'm just controlling these thoughts. Like, I'm great, I'm abundant, I'm amazing, I'm unstoppable, I'm unbreakable, nothing can stop me. I'm walking, I'm repeating these things to myself over and over and over and over, because we become what we repeatedly think and what we repeatedly say to ourselves. So those are the main things that drive you and makes you as a person, not just your actions, but your thoughts and what you say to yourself. Those are the main things you have to take control of. When you eat like shit, right? And when you allow your hunger to overtake you, you can't build that. You're just satisfying that need. I look at myself today, I'm like, you're push through this strong. I want to get stronger. I want to get stronger. And you become stronger by limiting your desires, limiting the things that make you comfortable. I'm not saying eating food is bad, right? I usually eat anywhere between 3 to 4 meals a day. But today I'm like, no, push it. Let's see what can happen. Let's see, like, how far can you go? How far can you go without eating? Just water and coffee. Let's go. Let's go. And the whole time, like, my stomach is growling. If I eat something, nothing's going to change. I'm still going to look great. But I'm like, let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Like, how positive can you be when you're hungry? How positive? What are your affirmations? Well, now you're walking. Now the place you were going to, they didn't have what you needed. Now you have to go find another store. And you have to walk there, right? You got to get in the Uber. You got to wait in traffic. Like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? So the whole time, like, where am I at? One of the best things I believe in fasting, it just makes you very alert. Before I went to go run these errands, I told myself, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. I want to see what I can do. I want to see how much I can test myself. How can I test my emotional discipline? How can I test my clarity? Like, where am I going to be tested now? And when you do that, you start making this a game. You start realizing that being uncomfortable is what pushes you. It's growth. Comfort never makes you grow. It makes you feel satisfied. And when you feel satisfied, you stop being so driven. Like, that fire of yours dwindles. One of the best things you can have is making sure that fire is always lit. And these vices, that's what really does happen to you. You lose your drive. Like, I'm 30 years old. And I meet some guys that are younger than me, some that are older, and there's rarely anyone that has the amount of fire and drive that I have. And the thing is, it's the comfortability. As you get older, your tendency is to get older, like, you have habits. Are you constantly chasing to feel good? Or are you constantly chasing to grow? Because feeling good, chasing to feel good doesn't mean you're growing. Chasing that delayed gratification, knowing that you have to go through pain first, and then you'll get that feeling of a pleasure after, is what ultimately keeps you growing. There's nothing outside of you that you really have to take control of. The things you have to take control of is the way you think, what you put in your body, how you operate your body. When you have that kind of discipline, you gain a level of clarity. You know what you have to do. You know what you got to get done. You're not dollygagging. You see, when you get pleasure too much, when you get too comfortable, you just want more of it. It's never just one Oreo. It's like 4 or 5 Oreos. It's a whole rack of Oreos. It's never just 5 more minutes. It's like 30, 45 minutes sleeping, right? And it's not just one game. It's like 5 games. Hop on, let's just play one game. No, 5, 10 games later. You see, because pleasure feels good. But it's only tied to regression because you're not getting better. If you find yourself right now not where you want to be, understand you've been chasing that pleasure too much. You haven't been making it hard on yourself. And don't be the type of person who's like, I'm going to wait until I hit rock bottom. That's the most stupidest thing ever. Because that means you're going to wait for the opportunity to get better and not realizing that the opportunity to get better is every single day that you wake up. If you want to have intensity in life, If you want to be this person that people are just drawn to, that when they leave you, they feel driven, motivated, inspired, then do what's hard. Force yourself to wake up early. Force yourself to work out every day. Force yourself to make sure you eat your meals, weigh your food out, count your macros. Force yourself to listen to books, not music at times. Half and half. If you really want to operate at your maximum, reduce things, test yourself, become more by suffering more. That is where you'll get the most respect, not just from other people, but from yourself. Go face adversity, knowing it's the key to everything else you want in life, because it's the key to becoming who you want to be in life. And who you want to be ultimately gets everything you want. Let's go.